Hello, everybody. This is Alyssa from Hummingbirds and Crafts, and today we are here to take a look at what is in my Cyber Monday box number 2. And I did order, I think I ordered 2 of these because they are the exclusive ones where you don't have to worry about having, like a third kit in there. That's something that you may already own or not really like. So I did end up getting 2 of these for this. So I'm going to break into these and we're going to see what we got. I'm really excited because I know there is a Liubka in here that there is a Liubka that I really, really want. So there were 6 possibilities and we're going to have 4 of the 6 possibilities in here. So I'm going to put this down and we are going to break into the box. It's a heavy box for sure. All right. So I'm not going to look at anything. Okay, I just glanced, but I did not look to see what the pictures are. And it looks like we have 2 squares and 2 rounds. So that's giving me some good vibes. All right, so first up, oh, look at that. We have the Marigona Suli Witch and Dragons reading canvas. So I have seen, we're going to, pull all of these out, and then we're going to unbox them and take a look at them. So that is number 1. So this is Marigona Suli. It's a square drill canvas, 65 by 91.8. It's a super cute image. My thing, if it's the browns of this, then, I love it, and I think it's super cute, but if it's the same browns as the original, because I think I saw someone post a canvas and it had a lot of color to it. So if it's got the color into it, then I'll be ecstatic. If not, then it may be one that, because of the size, it may be one that I end up destashing. But it is so cute. It is beyond adorable. So that is the first one. All right, let's go with the other square. Let's see what this one is. All right, so we have the Donna Gelsinger Hummingbirds and Hydrangeas. That's going to be the second one that we have. This is another square. It's a 65 by 86.9, so a little bit smaller than this one. And we have our Hummingbirds and Hydrangeas there. So we're going to take, so that is our second one. I really, fingers crossed, I'm hoping that I get the Liubka. So next up, we have Hummingbird Spirit by Sheena Pike. So this is a 55.6 by 70.7 round drills for this one here. This one is really pretty. I actually like the look of this one. I think this is one that I'm going to, this is definitely one that I'm going to keep. This is one I'm going to destash because, but this one is really pretty. I like the color of it. And I like that the hummingbird is big and it's rounds, so it's not too bad size-wise. My packing label got right there, so we're going to move that. And then our last one, what do we have for our last one? All right, so our last one is Colors Galore by Lola Gonzalez, which I'm bummed that I don't have the Liubka, but I'm definitely going to trade for the Liubka, or try to trade for the Liubka, because that is one that I absolutely I was really, really hopeful, because I was like, I have 4 of the 6, so I was really hopeful that one of these would end up being the Liubka, so I'm bummed about that. This one is really pretty too, the Lola Gonzalez. I'm trying to decide. I'm like, do I like this one better or do I like this one better? They're both pretty pastel colors. They're not, and then we have this one here. So we're going to go ahead and break into these canvases and see what they look like and go from there. So I'm going to move them out of the way. We'll start with the rounds because they'll be a little bit more manageable. And then we'll end with our Marigona Suli for squares. So we're going to break into it. All right, we'll start off with this one. Let me go ahead and slice my box open. My knife is, or my scissors are getting super dull because they're my diamond painting cut anything and everything scissors. So we're going to break into it and see what the canvas looks like. And then I have to decide, okay, who am I going to keep and who am I going to trade? Or try to trade to get the Liubka. Oh my goodness. These boxes. Ugh. Particularly challenging to get out. I wonder if it has something to do with, this thing, if it makes it harder to open the boxes or something. We'll see. So here is our toolkit. I'm not going to go over the toolkit. Basically, you get the pen, you get your tray, you get a bag of baggies, you get a thing of their funky wax, you get their wax and their putty stuff. And then you also get the, so you get all of those. So we're going to take a look at our sticker sheet here and see what it is. So here is the Lola Gonzalez. It looks like we got a bronze, because I mean, what else would I get? I only get bronzes. Colors Galore by Lola Gonzalez. It's really pretty. I do like that image a lot. I think this one might be the one that I like. Of the 4, I like the most. And I love the color palette. Look how vibrant those colors are. So it looks like this one is 75 colors, which includes 2 ABs and 4 fairy dust. So here is our Colors Galore by Lola Gonzalez. We're going to put this back in here until I decide what I'm keeping and what I am trying to trade for, and go from there. So let's go ahead and open here and take a look at our image. All right. So let's take a look. Oh, the colors are so pretty. We're going to turn off that light so we don't get the glare on here. It is so pretty. This is one that I think is like a perfect blend where you're not going to have pure color blocking, like the massive sections of color blocking, but at the same time, you're also not going to have all of the crazy confetti. I think you will have some confetti right in here, in that center portion, but the rest of it is kind of like patches of color blocking, which I like. But look how beautiful this is. It's stunning. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. This is going to be our Colors Galore by Lola Gonzalez, 50.6 by 70.7 round drills, and it has 75 colors. And we're not going to pull out all of... What, baby cat? She just yelled at me. Look at how pretty those drills are. That is so stunning. I love that color palette. It's beautiful. This is one of our dust drills right here. That is a beautiful color. And it looks like, yeah, it looks like you get 2 big bags of that purple dust drill. Are you just trying to knock the box over, Sushi? She's like, I'm going to knock it over, Mom. And then as we look in here, it looks like we have a white dust drill right there. Here is our nice peachy tone for an AB. And then we also have, let me see if there's any other specials I can get, because I don't want to open the drills because that's just a hassle when we're doing multiple kits like this. If I was doing a single unboxing, totally I would. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at where the specials are. So we have AB 211, which is going to be a light purple AB, and that's going to be this whole section right here. We have it in here. I'm also, let's see, seeing a little bit of that one right up here. We're gonna have a lot of like random patches. So we have a little bit of it right here. Some of it, like a line of it there. As we come down, I'm also seeing, I think, do I have any more of it? I think that's the bulk of it, is those areas that I just pointed out. So not a lot of that one for the AB, but it's still pretty. And then we have AB 945, which is that creamy yellow AB, which that one is this whole section right here is that one. There's like so much potential to bling this one up. Right in here, that creamy color, this creamy color right here, right there. A little bit of it, a little line of it right there. And then as we come down here, it's like there's a line of it right in here, a good chunk of that. There, right over into here. And then I think that's it, yeah, because it's mostly that creamy section there. So those like creamy sections here, right up there and there. So that's where I'm seeing it on this one for the second AB, which is that creamy yellowish. Not really a yellow, but not really a tan. And then we have Z554, which is the purple that we had, I think, the 2 bags of. That one is everywhere. So this is this light purple right here. Here, we have a little bit of it right there. We have some of it as we come around. There's going to be some of it scattered into the center portion. I'm also seeing that light purple right in here. It's probably going to be one of the more prevalent colors. We have that light purple right into this area here, into the center of that section. I'm also seeing that light purple right here, little lines of it scattered around right into this area. This section here and here, this strip of it here, another strip right over there and a line there. And then as we come down into this lower portion, oh, this is the other the AB. I didn't see it in the lower portion, but that's that AB. The purple AB, the 211. And then this is our Z554 here, right into that area. And then a big swath of it as we get into the lower portion, this whole section right here. That center portion there, the lighter of the 2 tones into this stripe of the it, and then right down around in this area here. So that's going to be where that first fairy dust is. So quite a bit of that is going to be the dust. And then we have Z3608, which is going to be kind of like a pinkish, the pinkish purple type of dust drill, which actually looks like it's very close to where the one we just looked at. So it's going to be this light tone here, right through there. I'm also seeing it as we go right in here. So near where we had been, there's some of it right over here as well. And then I have some of that drill right into this area here. Scattered into this area, we have some of that one. And then I am seeing some of it scattered here, more of it right that purplish center there, even though it's kind of like not a purple, but it's scattered throughout. And that little center tone there, the strip running right up there. And then I'm also seeing, where else? And then of course in the center, all of the colors are going to be kind of like where it comes down into the center with all the confetti, so that you can just assume you're going to have some specials in there. But that's our second dust drill. And then we have our 3865, which is our white dust, which is kind of obvious. It's this light color right here, that brightest symbol on this canvas. Right there, this whole white section here, right in here, there. Kind of the outlines, some of those petals, right around, yeah, I think it's basically right in there, and then scattered into this portion. And then our last one is 6012 for fairy dust, Z6012, which is another purple tone, which is this darker purple we're seeing right into this area. I'm seeing it there. I have some of it scattered into this top edge right there. A section of it, a line kind of scattered right down there, right through here. It's into that area. Mixed right in there. I'm also seeing some of it here, this whole swath right here, this dark section here and there. Of course, into the center, we know that. We have some of it there, and then into our bottom portion, we have some of it right in here. And then I also have like the darkest line in the center there. Same thing coming down right into this section down here and right there. That's going to be our specials on this. So beautiful specials placement. I actually really like this canvas. Because I love like florals, and I love bright colors, and this kind of hits that mark where you've got all of these pinks and purples and vibrant colors, and I can see so much potential to add bling to this. I think it's going to be fantastic. So I'm really excited for this one. I think it's beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and put this one away and take a look at our second round. And I love the fact that it's round, and it's like my primary like preferred size, that 50 by 70. Which is essentially, if I had to choose a size canvas to do, it will always be a 50 by 70. That is my preferred canvas size. I kind of groan and complain when I have to do something that's more than that, because I prefer the 50 by 70. It's just, I don't know, it's just, those are ones like, a kit this size I can finish in, you know, like if I start it on a Monday, I'll have it finished before the weekend. Or by the time like Friday night. If I only work on this, then I can finish it in like that 5, maybe 6 days tops for a kit this size with the amount of color blockiness that we have on this one. So that one is beautiful. I do really like this one. It's always really interesting when you get to see the canvases as like unboxed and see it in person, because it can totally change your perception and what you think of it. But I do like that one quite a bit. All right, we're going to look at our other round. This is going to be the Sheena Pike. And I have a couple Sheena Pikes, but all of the ones that I have are like her like rainbow little bunny, rainbow little dragon. And it's like, I'm so used to the Sheena Pikes, seeing them as either, you know, those like rainbow ones, or like I have a couple like old Sheena Pikes, like the llama one, a couple other ones that were like ridiculous and fun. But I'm used to seeing either like her little girls faces collections ones, which I don't really like those girls, which I believe they had a lot of those at Craftably. And then I love seeing, and I love all of the, I'm used to seeing all of the, gosh, these boxes are challenging. Oh, I forgot to put the toolkit in that back into that other kit. Oh, well, I'm keeping that one, so we're going to leave it. All right, so toolkit, we're going to take that out, and we're going to pull this bag out right here. And here is our box. We're going to see what our card we get with this one. Da-da-da. So guess what? Another bronze. Not surprising to me at all. Here is Hummingbird Spirit by Sheena Pike. It is a very beautiful picture. I like that. 60 colors, round drills, 55.6 by 70.7. So perfection in the size point. So look at that right there. Perfection. We're going to turn that light on so you can see the colors of the sticker sheet better. But it looks like we have 2 ABs and 4 fairy dust in this one, just like in that previous one. So this is the sticker sheet and whatnot for the Sheena Pike. And now we are going to go ahead and take a look and see what the actual canvas looks like. This is one, it's very pretty. I'm on the fence. I'm kind of like on the fence. I was trying to think ahead of time, like if there were, because I literally bought these boxes hoping for the Liubka, and then the other box I got one of hoping for the Yume. That was literally my whole purpose on getting these boxes, because I need the Liubka and I need the Yume. Obviously, the Yume, I'm so hoping that I get the Yume since my box like just shipped. I'm really, really hoping for that. But if not, I will hunt it down, try to trade what I already have for it. And if I don't find something for trade, then I will go ahead and, you know, just try to hunt and buy it. I hope somebody has sympathy on me for, you know, my love of all things Yume and the fact that I have every other Yume ever released, and I can't not have that Yume. All right, so and I've seen the image and it's beautiful. So this is really pretty color-wise. Look at that. So here's the drills that we have. It's a gorgeous drill pack. We're going to have 2 ABs and 4 dusts. So there's one of our dusts, which is our 3865. Kind of one of the standard ones to dust. It does have a fair amount of 310 in here. It looks like at least 4 bags. It looks like maybe 5 bags of 310. Oh, there's that teal right there is a beautiful dust drill. So that's one of the color. There's 2 of them so far. And then next to it, that other shade of like a teal color is another dust drill. So we have one more dust. Okay, I can't tell if that's the same as the other one, but that light greenish tone you can kind of see a tiny little tidbit of is another dust. And then our ABs, I'm not seeing off the top of my head, so they're probably ones that have a smaller quantity of for those ones. So we're going to take a look at this, and we are going to point out where the special drills are on this. It is very pretty. I do really love the colors. I'm a sucker for a combination of purple and green. I'm not a like purple by itself person, but I love it when I have the purple and the green together. So first up on our specials roll is AB 603, which is going to be one of our pinkish tones. And that's going to be an accent right in here. There's a couple drills of it around the petals of our flowers. I'm also seeing on this flower here, a little bit of it in the petals of the roses down here, right into there as well. And then there is a little bit of it as we come up into the upper edges. This lighter tone right in here is that same AB, a little bit of it there. And then, yeah, I think that's it as far as the ABs. Like I said, not a ton of that one in here, which is fine. And then we have AB 3846, which is a blue tone. And that's going to be all of the blue inside these like little plants, that blue inside the plant there. Also, it's going to be accenting in the background, some of like this confetti-esque, like sprinkled, all of this blue you're seeing sprinkled in the background here is that same AB. We have a lot of it right there. We have that same AB right here, there. All of this blue tone you're seeing right here is AB. All of this like splatter of blue in the background, all of that is an AB, which is really cool. So there's a lot of that AB. This butterfly is all blue AB, which is really fun. And same thing with this blues that we're seeing right through there. And then our dust drills, so we have Z959. So our Z959 is going to be our asterisk starburst thing. That one is probably going to be up into, I'm assuming we're going to have most of our dust drills of the green tones. Okay, so it's like right in here and the plants that we're seeing. So the green in that plant area right here. I'm also seeing it kind of these lines that are accenting our hummingbird feathers right into here as well. And then a little bit over here, a couple lines of it there. These greens here, greens right through here. And then there's some accents of it up into the lighter tone in the forehead of our hummingbird as well. So I figured we would have a lot of that into this. This is also one that you can go and do a spectacular job blinging out this canvas. It has a lot of potential. Flowers are particularly fun to enhance. Then we have Z993, which is another like a lighter blue tone or a lighter greenish tone, which we're going to see. I'm not seeing any of it up. Oh, there's a little line of it right here. That little bit of that light green line there. That is that dust. And then we're also seeing it right in here, this lighter tone here, a little strip of it there. Some strips of it coming right down here again into the feathers of our hummingbird. And then I'm also seeing some of that same dust, a little strip or two of it down into this lower portion right here. So that's where we're going to get that particular shade. And then we have Z3806, which is going to be another like a pinkish tone. So that's going to be this lighter shade right in here. So it's going to be next to the AB that I already pointed out over in here. So we're going to have that in our rose petals a little bit right there. Same thing of it right in here, this middle tone here and here. And then we have some of it there. And then as we come into the upper reaches, we are actually going to have some of it right in here. Not there. There's a little bit of it here. And then I think that's it. Those are the main areas I'm seeing. And our last one is our 3865Z. So the fairy dust 3865, which is all of the white that we see. So all of the white right here, all of the white here. So this little blue plant is going to be completely special. So it's going to be ABs and then dust. The white on our hummingbird's beak. And then as we come down, the white around the plants and then detailing on this bottom part around the butterfly, around that plant there, all of that. So that's going to be where you'll see the specials on this one. This one is also really pretty. It is definitely one that's on my contenders where I really want to keep this one. But I'm also going to offer, you know, the other like the kits that I not going to keep, I'm going to offer those up for trade to see if I can get the Liubka and hope, because, you know, some people are not cat people at all in any way, shape, or form. So, you know, you gotta offer them something that they want. And if I can just trade a kit for a kit, that's even better. So we're going to go ahead and pop this one away. And now we are onto our squares, which is the Donna Gelsinger. I'm really hoping that people want the Donna Gelsinger for sure, because that is probably my least favorite out of all of them. And I know there's some good fans of Donna Gelsinger. There's some great fans of a lot of different kits. Let me make sure I'm putting the right one back in this box, since I forgot to put the one back in the Lola. But I'm keeping the Lola Gonzalez canvas because I think that one is super pretty. I do really like this one too, so I'm leaning towards keeping this one, but if I can trade it, then I'll trade it. Instead of, like, if I can trade it and get the one that I want, then yeah, absolutely, I'll trade this one. So we will see what people want. Let's look. We're saving the Marigona Suli for last. So we're going to look at Hummingbirds and Hydrangeas, which is a Donna Gelsinger. I've done, like, the ones that her little ones they've had in, I think they've had a Donna or two in, like, the advent calendars. Like, last year, I want to say that the snowman, the confetti heavy snowman, was a Donna Gelsinger. Which it was a cute image, and it was a fun little Christmassy kit to do, and it was a cute image, but at the same time, it was so many colors and so much confetti for such a tiny little thing. All right, so we're going to take this one out. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, let us see what we got. So here is our toolkit, which I'm not going to go over. Our canvas, we're taking it out, and okay, good. I was like, where's the stickers? No, all right, so here is this. And it looks like, guess what, another bronze, because why else would we get anything but bronze? So there is that one. Here's our image. It is 69 colors, 65 by 86.9, and it looks like we have 3 ABs and 3 fairy dust drills in this canvas here. So that is our Donna. So we're going to go ahead and put this back in, so that way it is ready to go to be put back in the canvas. Pardon me, my little irpiness. All right, so we're going to do that. Move this out of the way. And let's take an opening and see what we've got. All right. Sushi, hi Monster Butt. She's climbing on my door. All right, so this is going to be bigger, so it's going to take up a little bit more space. Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm definitely not keeping this one. I'm just looking at it. I'm like, there's so much, there's like a patch or two of color blocking just at a quick glance, but it's definitely a little heavier on the confetti because of just the nature of the artwork. Definitely a little heavier on the confetti, and it is a square, and you guys know me in squares, and it's a bigger square. So like I'd be fine if it was like a 50 by 70 square, but this one is definitely not. So if you don't like a lot of color blocking, you are going to have some color blocking here, but it's not a special drill, so it's just straight 3865 for all of that white that you're seeing for this. But here are our drills. So we have some beautiful colors in here. It's a definitely gorgeous color-wise. We have a beautiful purple AB right there. And then we have, let's see what else. Oh, we have a nice, beautiful green AB right there. And then let's see if we can find any of our dust drills. Oh, and there is a brown AB. That's always fun when you get those special tones. So those are pretty. And it looks like you have at least 2 bags of this purple AB. I'm not seeing the dust drills right off the bat. Oh, there is one. That light purple is a dust drill right there. And then I think we have a yellow and a green as our other dust drills. I just have not found them to expose to see. So there may be ones that we have potentially a smaller quantity on. But yes, so those are the specials, or the drills on this one. And now we're going to take a look at the actual canvas and see what we can find. So I'm going to try to give you guys a little bit more of a glimpse so you can see a little bit more of it. It's always hard when the canvases are bigger. So there's the top. You've got the hydrangeas and these beautiful hummingbirds. Beautiful hummingbird right there in the center. And then we have another one down here at the bottom. So looking at our specials on this one, we have our first one is AB 211. And that is going to be that really pretty purple AB that I pointed out to you guys. And that one is scattered throughout. That's kind of scattered throughout our actual hydrangeas. So definitely scattered all throughout here. This is going to be, like I said, this one is a lot more confetti-esque than what the other two that we looked at were. We also see the scattered into here for these purples. We're going to see it over into here as well, right there. And then into the top, we're going to have it up into this top portion. So there's a good chunk of it in here, right into there, scattered throughout here. It's kind of one of the mid to the lighter tones that we're looking at is going to be that AB all throughout all of these. So it's all throughout the petals of the flowers. Same thing. There's good chunks of it over into here as well. So that's our first AB. Next, we have AB 346, which is going to be that brown tone, which we have that one. I wonder if it's going to be with our hummingbird. Okay, yes, it is. So that's going to be this lighter shade of brown and tan into the throat of our hummingbird, a little bit on the wing, a little bit scattered into the belly. And then we also have it as we come down, we're going to have some of it into this hummingbird here. And then there's some of it right in here on this leaf right here that has some of the brown edges. And then also into the wing of this guy, into the belly of this guy, and a couple into the head. So that's where we're going to see those ABs. And then we have a green AB, which is AB 3348, which is this light green that we're seeing right here, that light green on the leaf. I'm also seeing some of that one scattered into this leaf, scattered into the lighter portions of these little leaves. Also into the green of the body of the hummingbird, we have that AB interspersed throughout on some of that green there. It's that light shade right in here. It's these light lines that we're seeing on this leaf, those light stripes there and right through there. It's all of these light stripes that you're seeing on this leaf is going to be that AB more over in here. A little bit of it into here, a little bit more on the cap of our hummingbird though, on that guy, right into the center portion. And then as we get into our upper reaches, again, it's that lightest point of the leaves is that beautiful green AB. And then same thing on this little guy over here. We have it more on the back of this hummingbird. And then a little bit on his cap. And then a little scattered into those upper reaches. So I like the fact that you have it kind of scattered throughout. This is beautiful. It's a very beautiful image, just definitely not my style. Then we have Z341, which is going to be a light purple tone. So as we look at this one, it's going to be one of our dust drills, and it's going to be scattered throughout all of our flowers. So there's some of it right in here. So it looks like this one doesn't have as much, a little bit of it in here. It's going to be harder for me to point out where it is because there are smaller patches of it than the other drills that I've already mentioned. A little right through there. I don't see any of it up over there, but it's in like patches of like 5 drills at a time. So as we come over here, we have some here, right through there, and then a little bit right here and there, a little more over here on this side onto those hydrangea petals. And then in our bottom portion, we're going to have a lot of it scattered throughout into like the flower confetti, all throughout in these areas here, right through there, a little bit into the lower portions, all kind of scattered throughout all of our hydrangea petals. We're going to have some of that drill for that purple. And then we have Z745, which is yellow. That's going to be this yellow highlight on the leaf. Same thing, it's going to be the yellow behind right here. So that yellow, also the yellow into our hummingbird. So this brighter color in the hummingbird body. Same thing as we come up, I see that dust drill scattered throughout here. It's not all of this yellow, but it's like half of the yellow here. No, not in the body of this hummingbird, but it is in this hummingbird, the yellow, that brightish tone right here. And then we have a lot more of it right up over here. All like this is a big chunk of it. That yellow tone we're seeing here, and here is that dust drill. And then our last one is Z992, which is a deeper toned like greenish shade. It's almost like that greenish blue shade, which I think is going to be in our hummingbirds. I'm not seeing, oh, there's a little bit of it in the beak of the hummingbird here. I don't see it near the hydrangeas. That's that, a little bit of it here. Definitely a line of it right through there. And then a few drills of it down into our bottom hummingbird. And in case you wanted to see what the level of confetti is, for those that love confetti, you can see how you have a fair amount of confetti in this little guy here. But then you do have the patches of like the white. That's a little bit, it's not solid color blocking because it is broken up a little bit more, which I think is great for people. So this is definitely a much more involved canvas. So that is our Donna Gelsinger, and this one is going into my try to trade for my Liubka pile, because I really want the Liubka. Like the two kits that I wanted out of all of these was the Liubka and the Yume. And obviously, as you can see, I did not get the Liubka, but I am going to try to trade for her. And then I've got the Yume, which is, I don't know yet because that box is on its way to me. So I'm hoping once that box gets here, I'm like, fingers crossed, the odds are high that the Yume is in that box because it shipped so late, and the Yume was one that we didn't get to see until late as well. So I'm like really, really hopeful on that, you guys. We will see what happens though, but I am super, super hopeful that, you know, things will work my way and I will get the Yume, since I did not get the Liubka. So I would rather not have to hunt down two canvases. But at least I have things that I can trade for it. And it is kind of fun seeing like what you're going to get. I didn't want to be completely, I feel like, you know, I like to look ahead and see what the options are as they come out, which I could wait and just not even look and just be completely surprised. But it's like, it's still a surprise when you get to open your boxes and see what's in your actual box. All right, so I know what most people are waiting for to see is the American Asuli. So that's what everyone's wanting to see. And now I'm going to open it up and go from there. Oh, yes, so I'm such a, I kind of like, in a way, I wish that they did not wrap these in the plastic. I know it protects it for shipping purposes, but it's such a pain to open. So I really wish that we didn't have them. I don't know what you guys think about these new box toppers. It doesn't really change anything for me because I don't, once I open, or like once I start the kit, or once I really kit it up, I just basically just get rid of the box. I don't keep the boxes at all. So it's not something that I really care about it. As long as, you know, I've got the picture on the end, on this flap right here, I'm happy because I store mine with the ends pointing outward. So now we're going to take this one and see. So our toolkit was underneath, which was kind of interesting. And let's see what we got in here. All right. Ooh, look at that. It is a gold. Ooh, that's exciting. So we have a gold card. I haven't gotten a gold in ages, you guys. And that's like, if I'm planning on destashing this, I'm like bummed because that's a gold that I'm going to be destashing then. So there are 58 colors, square drills. It's a 65 by 91.8. And it looks like we have a lot of the browns. So that one image that I saw is not going to be as accurate for it because it's all the browns and the greens. So if you're somebody that's not a fan of the browns, well then this is not the kit for you because it's very much brown heavy. It looks like we have 2 ABs, 2 frosted, and 3 fairy dust drills on this one here. So this, we're going to take a look at her and see. So she's a 65 by 91.8, so definitely on the larger side. We're going to take a look and see what this kit actually looks like. It's such a cute image, and I'm like, oh, I love the image for sure, but I don't know how I feel about the browns. So we are going to see. All right. We're gonna take a look at the drills. So I do like, okay, this is my first time actually seeing, I don't know like what the colors of that kit that I was seeing previously then, I think it may be deceptive because part of it is the symbols, but it's like, it looks more colorful than you think just by like looking at the fact that it's all brown shades. So it's kind of one of those things where, is it really all that colorful? Well, we will have a look. So 58 colors. We're gonna take a look at our drills. Okay, we have this beautiful brown drill right there. You can see here is our color palette Lots of browns and tans. So if you're not a tan brown person, not the canvas for you. So here is a brown AB there, and then we have this lighter AB right there. And then we have a white frosted. I can see it right there. There's our white frosted, which is probably going to be this brightest. Yep, it's that bright accent in those top parts. And then let's see, because like I said, we have 3 dust drills, which I love. I love dust drills in tans. I think tan dust drills are just beautiful. So let's see where those other specials are, because there should be one more frosted, and then the 3 dusts, which I am not seeing any of them off the top of my head beyond that frosted. Oh, it looks like there is a yellow frosted. We can see that one drill right there is a yellow frosted. Okay, there's one of our dust drills. That tan right here is a dust drill. So we have 2 more dust drills that are hiding from me that I'm not seeing in this right here. So now we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the canvas and give you guys that full look. It is so cute, you guys. This is beyond adorable. Beyond adorable. I love it. It is such a beautiful image. And it's not going to be like a pure confetti canvas. It's going to have a lot of like, there's a lot of color blocking in it. It reminds me of when I did Halloween Bedroom from Mrs. Butter D. That's kind of how it reminds me. Then you've got the books. So a lot of like line blocking for the books up in the bookshelves for it here. And then it looks like down in the rug, you're going to have a little bit more of not full checkerboarding. It's basically where you're doing like 2 and then like little strips of color blocking or like line blocking in there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the special drill placement on this canvas. So we're going to start at the top. We have AB 346, which is going to be the darker brown AB, like our dark brown AB that we have in there. So that dark brown AB, let me see where it is. What symbol is it? The bow tie. All right, okay, so we're gonna have some of it in like this, a little lines of it in our books. Same thing, lines of it right there. I'm curious to see, okay, then we have lines of it in this book right here. A little bit of it lining that book over into this book here. Okay, and it's going to be the outline, that darker outline that we see right there. And then as we look onto this section, we have the bow tie also as an AB accenting the books here, right in here. So really it's accenting a lot of the books and then that outline on the back. Next up is our AB 712, and that is going to be a lighter shade. That one is the light color that we had. I just have to find it. Let me see, what does the symbol look like again? So that one, AB 712, is kind of like the flower symbol. So there should be, I don't know, like there should be a very obvious section of it that I'm totally and completely missing. So I need to figure out where it is. It's always so hard. Okay, that's going to be down here. So her socks. So the brightest color, this like this light color, like bluish, gray, yellow, tan, peachy tone that we're seeing in her socks here, and then in her sock here, and a little accent of it over here. That's where I'm seeing the second AB. The next up, we have our frosted drills, which is the M3078, which is going to be square. So it's a yellow tone. So I have to look and see. Okay, so that's actually going to be the design on the book. So those little crescents on the book there. I'm also seeing that one. I feel like there's got to be more of them. Okay, so there's another one right here. Not a ton because it's the design on the spine of this book. And then the crescents up into that top book right there. That's going to be the frosted. Our second frosted is our M5200, and that's going to be all of the white. So our moon, our stars, our phases of the moon on that book. And then as we get into the bottom portion, we have a little bit of that white frosted drill right down here on that book as well. And then next up, we have our dust drills. So we have Z3045, which is like a greenish brown. So now I just need to, okay. So that greenish brown is going to be this light tone that we're seeing right here as spikes in the plant. And then let's see where else we have that one. I'm sure we're going to have some of it in the books. I'd be surprised if we didn't, but watch it surprise me and there not be any up into the books. Okay, so it's going to be this lighter tone right through here for that one. And then nothing up into the book. So it's going to be the plants. So it's more of like I said, a greenish tan. And then we have Z3856, which is going to be another light tannish color. That one, let's see where we're going to find that one. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so that's going to be this light. I was hoping we would have some dust in our little dragon. So that's going to be this lightest tone in our little dragon guy right here. Is going to be that. He's so cute. He's adorable. And then I'm curious. Oh, okay, that's just a different symbol. So it's going to be this lighter tone in our dragon and in the body of the dragon. So a lot of that is dust. So he's cute. He's super, super blinged up for this little guy. And then I think that's the only spot I'm seeing it in. Yes, that is the only spot I'm seeing it. And then our last dust drill is 3857. It's so subtle because there's a dragon here, down here at the bottom, and it's so easy to miss him, this little guy. He's so easy to miss because you see this one and you see the one up there, and then you miss these other ones. So this symbol is going to be a diamond, a dark diamond symbol. So let's see if we can find it with the bright. Okay, so that's going to be our little like dragon ghosty, whatever you want to call it, right through here. The hat, our witch's hat, the whole hat, and then this little shadow guy right there. So that's going to be a nice dark brown dust drill. So I think this is going to look super adorable when it's completed. And it comes with, like, and it had a gold card, which is super awesome. But anyways, this is the Marigona Suli. And this is our Witch and Dragons reading. It's super cute, beyond adorable. I think my main hesitancy for me, is the color palette, because I'm not a big browns person, and I know there have been a couple kits that I've worked on that have been mostly tans and browns that it was a struggle for me to get through because of the color palette for it. So that's like my one hesitancy about keeping this one here. So we're going to take care of this one and kind of close out our final thoughts. So those are our final thoughts. As I say, we're going to talk about our final thoughts. And then, those are our final thoughts. I didn't even say anything. So these are the 4 canvases that I got. There are 2 more in the mystery box. One of them being the Liubka. I need to pull up and once I do this, I'll pull up my iPad and we'll take a look and I'll show you guys what the other canvases are. Because there's 2 more that I did not get. Because I was like, I will get 2 boxes, but I cannot by any way, shape, or form justify getting 3 boxes. There was absolutely no way. But I did snag 2 because I had saved so much money on Black Friday, because everything that I wanted on Black Friday I was able to get with my points. So I didn't really come out much money at all, less than the cost of a kit on Black Friday itself, at least from Diamond Art Club. So we're going to go ahead and put that one away, and we're going to pull out my iPad and take a look at the details. I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and put my Udi back on, because it's a little chilly now that I'm not actively talking, I am still actively talking, but now that I am not actively opening the kits, we're going to go ahead and take a look from the iPad and see what the other 2 images are, because I can't, other than the Liubka, I can't remember off the top of my head really what the last image is. So we're going to take a look and see. So this is the Liubka right here. This is called Cat Schemes. It is adorable beyond belief, and it is a round, I believe, which makes it even better. So this is the one that I am definitely going to be trying to trade for, because that was like the whole reason that I kind of figured, box 2, I probably have the Liubka in it because it was smaller. So there is the Liubka Cat Schemes. So cool. I love the background. I love the design on the wallpaper. In the pinks, in the greens. Love it, love it, love it. So that is the Liubka that I'm looking for. And now we're going to take a look at the last one. So actually, the 6th image is going to be an Image World canvas. Hi, Mo. The 6th one is an Image World canvas. I know you get a mochi tail showcasing everything. And that one I have not seen a sneak peek of what that actual image looks like. So the 6th one, we do know it is going to be Image World, but no idea what the actual image is from Image World. But anyways, that is my box 2. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing those canvases. And that's all I have for you guys for today. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.